some kind of way, wondering which waitresses knew he was there and with which skank. I knew I shouldn't think like that about Lataya's birth mother and call her a skank, God rest her soul. But still, it bothered me knowing that some of those people there knew he had a family at home and not only watched him, but encouraged him in his bullshit, parading them hoes around town, fucking whichever one was the flavor of the moment. Yes, a change was definitely going to do the entire family some good. I didn't tell Larissa that as part of the surprise. I'd already had the house decorated, but maybe we could take everything out of one room and decorate it Wang Chung style just for her. I giggled to myself again for that one. Besides, it was a big-ass house we would grow into. It was way too big for the four of us right now, but when I saw it, I knew it was perfect. There was a playroom for the kids with this beautiful jungle mural painted on the walls and ceiling, with monkeys swinging from the trees and a giraffe. The kids would be in awe. I had a library that I couldn't wait to fill up with all kinds of books and a pool to swim in. It had all that fancy shit neither of us grew up with. We'd have it all from now on if I could help it, and we both deserved it so much. My family wasn't going to want for anything because I planned on doing everything in my power to see us all well taken care of. Chapter 1. Home Invasion. 2 years later. Glancing down at my iPhone calendar, I checked my itinerary one last time. I could still show the Matthews property, finish up the paperwork, and make the 45-minute drive home in time for dinner. I pulled my all-black Lexus ES350 into the large circular driveway, careful not to scratch my rims on the damn rounded curb as I parked. Last time Larissa drove my car, she curb-checked the hell out of the left side, and I still cringe whenever I thought about what it cost to replace just 2 of those Lexanis. The mansion loomed before me, picture perfect, like something straight out of a movie. Sand-colored cobblestone led the path toward the massive oak front doors. I grabbed my things, deciding instead to take the long way around the back of the house. This way, I could personally make sure that the new landscaping company we were using was on point. It was the minor details that meant everything to the people who bought these types of homes, and I had no intention of missing out on a major sale over a fuckery and bullshit minor technicality. Everything looked in order. The hedges were trimmed into neat, identical squares, and the thick carpet of lush green lawn was cut and edged beautifully. Small palms lined both sides of the large backyard overlooking the ginormous pool and jacuzzi. It was early June and nearly 80 degrees out, and the water looked all too inviting. I didn't think I'd ever adjust to the difference between 80 degrees in Florida and 80 degrees in Virginia. My blouse was already starting to stick to my back from the humidity and moisture in the air. At least in Virginia we had dry heat. This damp hotness was for the birds. I walked past a flowering bush. Its scent immediately reminded me of the botanical garden, and I instantly knew why this was one of my favorite estates. It had that Alice in Wonderland kind of feeling. Like at any moment a little rabbit wearing a Queen of Hearts jacket would come running out from in between the shrubs to offer me a drink. I laughed to myself. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but the place just felt like it could be home. I let myself in through the back door into the kitchen. I paused mid-step, head tilted to one side. What the hell? I knew too well what it sounded like when a woman was getting the business. And Lord knows what I heard sounded like heavy breathing and the soft, telltale moans of a woman obviously lost in the type of passion that makes you not care who's listening. I gently laid my leopard print Pineder Cavallino briefcase on the granite kitchen counter. My mace was in a small, light brown leather clip attached to the side that slid off almost effortlessly. I removed it and silently made my way toward the sound. Here I was, Gretel, following a breadcrumb trail of hastily shed clothing. All these fairy tale analogies. Whew! I'd definitely been reading way too many bedtime stories to the kids. Red pumps, Michael Kors loafers, black tube top, Rockin' Republic jeggings, all items that led me from the kitchen down across the foyer to the double winding staircase. I was in stealth mode, creeping along on my toes, heels never touching the floor, for fear of the click-clack alerting the intruders of my presence and ruining my element of surprise. I gripped my mace tightly in my hand.